Being a cop comes with its share of spine-tingling stories. There's this one story that gets under my skin. It's about Falmouth Forest, a place known for its haunting stories of people vanishing into thin air. They call it the Forest of the Missing. One night, on duty, dealing with the usual routine, I found myself trying hard to keep my mind off the heartache of losing my daughter 4 years back. That wound felt fresh, even on that particular night. And wouldn't you know it, that night marked the sad anniversary of her passing. Just when I thought I could get through my shift without dwelling on it, the dreaded call came in, an accident reported at Falmouth Lane. My heart sank. I happened to be the nearest officer, so I had no choice but to head there. I normally steered clear of that forest, for good reason. But that night I found myself driving there almost on autopilot, lost in my thoughts. Finding the lane was no easy feat. It was hidden behind a thick cover of bushes and trees. And when I finally got onto it, it was nothing more than a rough dirt track. The fog was so thick I could barely see ahead. But then, through the fog, I glimpsed red lights. A car smashed against a tree. My radio was useless. All I got was static. I felt completely cut off. That wreck was a good 15-minute drive from the main road. If someone was hurt, time was running out. So I grabbed my flashlight and stepped into the cold night to see if I could find anyone. The car had rammed into that tree hard. Inside, I found a bunch of odd things scattered around, religious items like a rosary, a Bible, and crosses. And there was blood outside, leading into the woods. As I looked in the car's rearview mirror, I swear I saw what seemed like a nun, her face rotting away. But when I turned around, there was nothing there. Maybe my mind was just playing tricks on me in that eerie place. I decided to follow the trail of blood into the forest, determined to help whoever was hurt. The trees were marked with bloody handprints, and the leaves were stained red. But suddenly the trail vanished. That forest was spooky silent, not a single chirp from a bird or rustle from an animal. Just darkness and an eerie calm that sent shivers down my spine. Amidst the deathly silence, an odd creaking noise echoed, seemingly emanating from above. The origin of the sound eluded me, sending a shiver down my spine. It dawned on me that the noise wasn't at ground level but eerily overhead, sending fear coursing through me. I hesitated to look up until a strange wetness dripped onto my face. Instinctively, my hand rose to wipe it away, only to discover my palm smeared with a grotesque dark red stain, the unmistakable hue of blood. Reluctantly, I lifted my gaze, and there, suspended from a tree branch, hung a disturbing sight. A person covered in a ragged black cloth, swaying gently in the chilling breeze. My heart sank. Could this be the driver from the car? Summoning my resolve, I inched closer for a better look, but the figure was completely enveloped, leaving their identity concealed. The forest seemed to whisper around me, heightening the ominous atmosphere. My eyes darted around, confirming the grim sight of more lifeless bodies hanging from nearby branches. An unsettling testament to the forest's grim reputation. Every fiber of my being urged me to flee, but a haunting laughter, an eerie mix of human and otherworldly, froze me in place. Driven by my duty as a cop, I couldn't abandon the possibility of someone needing help. Despite feeling disoriented and haunted by memories of my daughter's tragic passing, I steeled myself to prevent another soul from meeting a similar fate. Taking cover behind a tree, I stumbled upon a clearing where 3 elderly women were engaged in an unnerving ritual around a blazing pyre. They had restrained a figure, eerily resembling the nun from the car accident. In a frenzy of urgency, the ritual abruptly ceased as the women vanished into thin air. Driven by a surge of determination beyond my understanding, I ascended the burning pyre, disregarding the searing pain of the scalding wood. With an unexplained strength, I freed the unconscious victim and carried them to safety. Moments later, consciousness returned in a hospital room, surrounded by relieved faces and warm embraces. Miraculously, I had escaped the grasp of that foreboding forest. The person I had rescued survived, and in time we found solace and companionship in each other. Yet persistent nightmares of otherworldly beings and haunting visions of the crones continued to torment me. A mysterious mark on my hand, unseen by others, flared with searing intensity whenever these haunting visions plagued my mind. However, amidst the haunting memories, a chilling detail resurfaced, a desperate cry for Daddy that pierced through the eerie silence during the ritual, echoing hauntingly through the woods. It was a plea haunting my thoughts forever.